All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and man, look, check it out. We know the domino of Miles Turner for the Indiana Pacers. That domino has already fell. He signed an extension with Indiana. He's gonna be there. He's not gonna be at his trade deadline talk. So listen, man. I've been doing some research and looking and the hottest commodity, the hottest, most sought after player right now for the NBA trade deadline is OG Anunoby. He is wanted out there, guys. He listen, it's some teams ready to move some things to get that man. And first of all, to Rap Nation, sorry I wasn't able to do that reaction video yesterday. Didn't get a chance to get it done today. So my apologies. Really, I watched most of that game actually, but then towards the end, listen, it's a reason, and we'll talk about it later. Now, when it comes to OG Anunoby, the Raptors got to look at where they're at, and as I've said before, they got to make a decision on, can you make a trade using an OG Anunoby, and that's gonna really, really take the team to the next level, right? Because they're not a team that's still rebuilding. They're not a rebuild team. They're a team that have pieces together. Because if OG what everyone think he is, including myself, let me go there. Is OG everything what he is, including myself, and what I think he is? Then he has to be a cornerstone of. If he's a cornerstone, then you have to be playing. He have to be part of your build around, right? Like he's got to be. But some of that owners come on OG as well. Hey, OG, you can't have 9.9 nights. We need you, and we think you that guy. Then we need you to. We need 20 from you every night, buddy, and we need that top level. If they put it. See, the thing is sometimes, and I'm gonna just say this, man. As fans, we love guys. We fall in love with certain players, man. You know, you hate to see them go. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me think. All right, I give y'all a little football analogy. Let me see. For example, I was a big fan. Y'all probably don't even know this guy, but of Julius Jones for the Cowboys, right? He eventually couldn't play no more, blah, blah, blah. I never wanted him to take I never want Marion Barber, RIP, to take his spot out like they can do the tandem, blah, blah, blah. They ain't got to just set him down and let Mark. No, Marion Barber was just the best for the team, even though I was a fan. See, sometimes as fans, we get accustomed to players. We love freaking players. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about the Lakers. Oh, nobody wanted to see Alex Caruso go. Still don't think it was a good move. But you understand, sometimes, if at the time, whether it was right or wrong, you believe, he ain't worth the money that he wants. We can make a move. We can do something better. I digress. I bring that back to Toronto. It's a lot of guys there that I really, really like on that team. We can go from OG Anunoby especially, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes. Hell, I even like Gary Trent. I like Gary Trent Jr. I've been a big Steady Freddy fan. I'm a big fan of Pressure, love Boucher. But damn, everybody can't stay. Everybody can't stay. But if you got a player, and no one wants to do it, right? Like no one, even to this day, if people still don't feel as though the DeMar Rosen trade that brought Kawhi Leonard there was the right trade long term. But it brought a chip, and you won. So I think the Raptors come not saying they're gonna get a Kawhi Leonard. I'm not saying all of that. What I'm saying is they have to sit back and look and be like, all right, what is the goal, right? Like, because I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest. I thought Koloko would be a lot further by now. It's like he's struggling to get in the rotation at times, and that's kind of disappointing. I had some quiet high hopes for the man. I'm just be honest. I'm gonna just be honest, and I still think he can get some a little bit more playing time. That again, I digress. I'm not the one making those decisions. But I understand the love for OG. OG is that guy. But you ask yourself, okay, don't get rid of OG. Don't get rid of OG. Keep everything the way it is. What do you end up? You see what I'm saying? What do you end up at? You know, do you take it to that? You know what I'm saying? Now, my dream, first of all, for somebody to say, you want them to trade OG? No. I want them to win. So if you can if there's a package that come across your desk, like someone would debunk in the 3 first and they weren't gonna be this, they weren't gonna be that, and all of that. But if there's a package and a player out there that you can bring back to the Raptors, that's gonna take this team to another level. Let's say if you could put, let's say I don't want to make up a scenario because I don't want people to say, "Oh, you wanted this player." That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is the Raptors got to take a long look at where they at currently, what's working. And I think that you got to look at every aspect of this team because you're getting to that point now where people going to want to get paid. What's your value on Precious? What's your value on what's the other guy name? Boucher just got paid. But what's your value on Gary Trent? What's your value on Steady Freddie? Because let me tell you, Steady Freddie going to want his money. Pascal going to want some new money soon. Scotty Barnes going to want a bag. Precious going to want to be paid decently. So regardless, as much as we look at this and we want certain players, and the OG going to want a bag. And the thing about it, there's some teams out there that's willing to give them a bag. But unfortunately, every team on the NBA can't get a bag. And if you start doing, I don't know, like some other teams I know that's wearing purple and gold, we ain't gonna throw the shots. But if you start paying these high salaries, you get your owner on podcast talking about we spent X amount of money, X amount of dollars, and got nothing to show for it. So I don't see the Raptors as being a team that'll go down that road, that'll make those mistakes, far as just leaving it out to dry. But they got some key decisions to make because you're in crunch time. Now, I was looking at it. They what, 2.5 games, if I'm not mistaken, out of the play-in, not playoffs, play-in situation, right? If I understand that correctly. So with that being said, but it's also like it's about winning. It's about competing. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Raptors playing their best basketball compete with any damn team in the NBA. I can feel that all I want to. But you look at games that you like, all right, they didn't beat the Celtics, they didn't have Jason Tatum, they didn't beat the Bucks, and they didn't have Giannis. You like, these are games that they gotta win. And they should be the hungry of all these teams. They should be more hungry than all of these teams right now, just to get things back on track and get things rolling. So with that being said, you gotta look at this and say, all right, this is what we got. What's the best move? How do we get ourselves? I understand. Listen, I'm a fan. Y'all know I'm a fan of these guys. But at the end of the damn day, it's about winning. And that's the most important. If there's a scenario where you can keep OG, and make this team better, then you do it. But if you got to get rid of OG to bring in someone or put a play together that's gonna make things 10 times better or significantly better for your team, you got to make that move, man. That's why I stand on that. So with that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you gotta be great.